Yo, 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 yo. All right, let's get right to it. Let me just set this up real quick. And we're going to get into it, man. We'll rock like 8 hours. 8 hours of stream time. Let's see. That's it. Yeah, let's see this real quick. How y'all doing out there in YouTube world? We looking for no, did he? All right, here. So we're gonna watch the second half of this Jay-Z Jaguar Wright. Bypass that ad real quick. Okay.
Fake too, but you say them like Meghan Markle. Do you believe that one?
Well, I'm not going to say I like Meghan Markle. I'll say I like Meghan Markle for Harry.
Okay, good. That's better.
I like her.
We're gonna turn you on
Harry.
eventually, but go back to the. All right, but I didn't hear about this pregnancy rumor either. There's a theory that she was a surrogate.
All right, yo, hip hop heist, man. We are back with another live reaction. This is part 2 to the part 1 that we was breaking down last night. Jay-Z, Jane Doe to file criminal complaint. Who is Celebrity B, and Jaguar Wright joins live. So we're just doing the second half of her conversation, man.
There is there is footage of Beyonce pretending to be pregnant with Blue Ivy. And she had on a dress and it had a little baby bump. And when she sat down, her stomach folded over in half. That's when she was pregnant with Rumi and Sir. That is not when she was pregnant with Blue Ivy.
Oh, so these are real. The twins you think definitely were biological?
Yes.
Okay. You're talking with Blue Ivy. Okay.
I'm talking about Blue Ivy and Blue Ivy specifically. Allegedly, Kathy White was pregnant at the same time Beyonce was.
Well, but why? So, all right. So I'm humoring, again, these are opinions, theories. This is not factual. These are Jaguar's opinions. But hearing you out and accepting that for a moment, why is she still there? Why would she put herself through all this? Why is she not speaking up?
Who, Beyonce?
Yeah.
Because she's in on it.
Do you think she's going to attempt, if she is in on it, which I'm not saying she is, I'm not confirming that, but if she was in on it, do you think she's going to attempt to try to get out of it?
Oh, absolutely. She's been looking for a way for the past year.
So
unfortunately, they just lost all that money.
Is she as evil and complicit, or is she just sort of stuck in the road that she was in?
I'm going to tell you this right now. She's probably one of the most apathetic people I've ever met. She is apathetic, and she is absent. She don't care. Long as she make it, she don't care.
That's wild. She
don't care what happened to anybody. She ain't even shed a tear for Pimp C. She was so fond of him. But Daddy wanted her with the Jigga Man. There's a lot of lies.
I'll give you one.
She was not pregnant with that girl. Everyone knows it. And when Blue Ivy was born at that hospital in New York, they shut it down for almost 48 hours. There were parents who had children when Blue Ivy was born that weren't even allowed to see their kids. because they had the hospital locked down so tight. Nobody saw the surrogate come in. Nobody saw her roll out, and nobody has seen her since.
Look, again, theories, opinions of Jaguar Wright. I don't want to get
Absolutely.
sued by
But you
Beyonce.
can go and you can run it down and you can check it. You should also probably talk to Liz Crokin. Liz Crokin is the woman who was about to do an interview where Kathy White was going to expose her relationship with Jay-Z. And I believe...
Wait. She just said what?
Look, again, theories, opinions of Jaguar Wright. I don't want to get sued by
but
Beyonce.
You can go and you can run it down and you can check it. You should also probably talk to Liz Crokin. Liz Crokin is the woman who was about to do an interview where Kathy White was going to expose her relationship with Jay-Z. And I believe she was going to announce to the world that she was actually pregnant. That would have been catastrophic for the brand that they were building.
So where's Kathy?
I just find it funny that she died the same weekend that Beyonce made the announcement that she was pregnant with a baby that she wasn't carrying.
Wait. Hold on. How y'all doing out there, man? It's Hip Hop Pipes, man. Like and subscribe. Who is Kathy White, and how does she know Jay-Z? The entertainment PR who worked with Jay-Z and died in 2011. Oh, shit. Jay-Z's real name Sean Carter, been accused of drugging. All right. Both work and personal. That includes a former entertainment publicist, Kathy White, who Jay-Z reportedly met on the set of one of his music videos in 1999 and grew close to in the years that followed. Oh, wow, this lady says, so Kathy White is Becky with the good hair? Oh, wow. Kathy White, whose full name is Kathy Coriana White, worked in the music industry and was known for her skills in public relations. She was born and raised in Illinois and later moved to New York, where she operated her business. How did Kathy White know Jay-Z? Around 2010, a former star journalist and conspiracy theorist called Liz Crokin began investigating an alleged affair between Jay-Z and Kathy. In March, she wrote on social media, "My boss asked me to look into online blog reports claiming that a woman named Kathy Coriana White, who friends called Corey, was having an affair with Jay-Z. I then uncovered photos of Kathy hanging with Jay-Z and Diddy, no less, at Tao nightclub in Las Vegas. So I called her back and asked her about the photo evidence that debunked her initial claim that she had never met or hung out with Jay-Z. At this point, Kathy expressed to me that she would consider going public with her story. Days later, according to Crokin, the news broke that Kathy had died of a brain aneurysm on September 1 at the age of 29. What the fuck? Her death came as a shock to many, with many suspecting foul play. However, there has been no concrete evidence of any criminal activity related to Kathy's death. Another rumor from that period resurfaced recently by conspiracy theorist Jaguar Wright that Kathy was pregnant before she died. However, the actress and model Claudia Jordan, who was also friends with Kathy, has debunked the rumors. Wow. Interesting.
With a fake baby bump on. These people are sick. And they will do anything.
Allegedly,
they're
you understand
sick.
Why I'm saying that. Don't get mad at me, Chad.
I understand why
they get
you're
so mad at me.
saying it.
Stop interrupting her. My lawyer tells me to interrupt her.
Well, listen to me and listen to your lawyer.
Of course,
this is
no
the
offense, Jag. I will always.
This is the problem. Why is it that when I say these things, they chase everybody down but will not address me? And more importantly, he didn't even mention Diddy at all. He's still not mentioning Diddy. He's being accused of committing a crime with Diddy, and he's still not mentioning Diddy.
Well, I want to get to Beyonce, finishing up on Beyonce. These are Jaguar Wright's theories. Do you believe she could be Celebrity B? Who, in your mind, do you think could be this Celebrity B that everyone's thinking about?
In my opinion, it's one of three people. I'm hoping it's Mary J. Blige, because at least I can prove she's a predator.
Damn. Like that, Mary?
Her relationship with Danny Boy was absolutely disgusting. She was a mid-20-something-year-old woman flying a 15, 16-year-old boy back and forth from Los Angeles for the purposes of fornication.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
Why ain't nobody talking to her? And why is she going on tour with who they're now calling Diddy Jr., Neo?
Wait, what? Neo? What's wrong with Neo? Bypass this ad. Let's read a little fucking comment real quick. Jaguar is looking so gorgeous. Nah, let's get it. I mean, she is looking gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, but I want a juicy comment. Jag, NDAs are null and void if criminal activity occurred during that allotted time. Okay. This is from Tiana Adams. So you can speak freely. Don't let him manipulate you. Also, thank you for what you do for these victims. They all deserve some form of justice. That was Tiana Adams in the comments. We're going to get back to Jag right now.
Why is nobody questioning her?
Like and subscribe, man, if y'all out there. Appreciate y'all.
I mean, isn't that what Diddy is on trial for? I mean, isn't that the story with Anna? They brought Anna underage, and then they flew in, they did what they done, and then they flew her back. That's what they was doing with Danny Boy. And allegedly, there is footage of a threesome with Danny Boy, Mary J. Blige, and Diddy.
Jesus.
Honestly, I think it's Mary. Especially after that video that they had about her.
Mary J. Blige has been very connected to Diddy, let's not lie, but there's been no other, confirmed. That's Jaguar Wright's opinion. We're not alleging
Danny
it
Boy,
is Mary J. But it could also be
Danny
J-Lo,
Boy,
could it not?
Right. I'm saying it all, man. That's unfortunate, bro.
It could be, but I don't think it was her. I don't think it was her. I think it was Mary. Mary, Jay-Z, and Diddy were like this. They used Mary J. Blige to go out into the streets with her celebrity to encourage all of those hot rappers to come and sign to Bad Boy under terrible contracts where they were all robbed. She been a honey trap for years. She been working for Diddy and lining people up for Diddy since back when he was throwing parties at Howard University. All the way back to when Father MC, who she used to sing backgrounds for, his wife was unalived at one of Diddy's parties. She was stampeded to death. Mary know everything. And I know Mary. But if anybody doesn't want to believe me, why don't you just look up some of the interviews on YouTube of Danny Boy, where he sat down, I believe it was Art of Dialogue, and talked about his very illicit and sexual and very well-traveled relationship with Mary J. Blige when she was in her mid-20s and he was 15 years old, signed to death row. This was also during the time where she also admitted that she was heavily on drugs. And she was drunk all the time.
Well, it reminds me of Russell Brand, who's trying to claim that he did nothing when exactly during that period. How could you remember, dude? I know people you did stuff with. But again, allegedly, to cover my ass, I don't know if that's true. It'll be interesting. But so we're just speculating on who the name could be. You think it's Mary J., but it's how likely is it that it's Beyonce? You think unlikely?
Beyonce.
I say 50-50.
It could be Beyonce.
Beyonce over J-Lo. You think J-Lo is the least likely of the three?
I think so.
Interesting.
In my opinion.
Excuse me. Why not
so,
J-Lo?
Because there's also this...
If y'all hear, man, why? Because J-Lo was around Diddy at that time for sure. That was Jenny from the Block days.
Tina Knowles is out there saying, "Oh, my account got hacked. That's why I like this account. This news story of Jay-Z's, which to me is absolutely absurd."
Maybe she forgot how to use the internet. I don't know.
But do you think there is a version of this where Beyonce's mom's trying to get ahead of it and trying to, try to find a way out?
She would need to. How is she going to survive if they go broke?
Beyonce's got her own money too. Don't you think she could sustain the money without Jay-Z around?
What money? Everything is controlled by him. She's a shell corporation. Her, Rihanna, they're all shell corporations.
Interesting.
And we're not even going to get into the alleged money laundering. You got to ask yourself, when these people keep putting businesses out and they keep failing, and they're supposed to be so popular and so great at business, but their businesses keep failing. House of Deleon, the Ivy Park, this new this new joint, this $50 joint that don't even light up. Like these people are idiots, and everyone thinks they're all so smart. I don't understand.
Guys, we had an amazing show. I don't know how I trim this, but I do try to trim these things. You're going to want to watch the full show because just for the DJ Khaled rant alone, you're not going to miss that part of this stream. So go hit the join over on our Patreon. Become a Patreon member. That's where the replays actually happen. You'll be supporting us. It's a way that all the money goes towards productions and things we do here, and that way YouTube doesn't take.
Mr. Carter is this.
Ooh.
Can you sort of, I want to end on that. Do you still believe that? And what would you like to end here and have people be prepared for, allegedly, with Jay-Z?
Okay. What I'll say about Mr. Carter is this. The reason why I say he's worse than Diddy for me is because I'm very hard to fool. I'm really smart. I'm wicked smart. I've said in the past that I would never take a picture with the devil. And then people come back and say to me, but you took a picture with Jay-Z. You're right, because he tricked me. I didn't think he was like Diddy. I didn't think he was anything like it until I found out that he was. And then when I started going back and talking to other past associations of his, I found out we all had the same thing in common. We all got fooled by a very clever charlatan. And smart people don't like being fooled. If he can fool me, he can fool anybody. That's scary. At least to me.
Greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Exactly. And when you think of his connection and his belief in the occult and all of the time that he spent with Marina Abramovich and his following of Aleister Crowley, you got to ask yourself, do you really want to back up somebody who believes in that? Do as thou will, which pretty much means do whatever you want. Who cares? Just do whatever you want. I want y'all to think about that. Go back and look at those pictures of him in that sweatshirt, with the sweatshirt that says, do as thou will. That is a quote from Aleister Crowley, who is a Satanist. And most of Hollywood is ran by his practices. Cat Williams told you guys at the beginning of the year, and I'm here to remind you at the end, there's only two sides. God's and them. And they not like us.
Jaguar Wright Effect is on YouTube. Make sure you support her over there, along with her hubby, Set in the West. Subscribe to both channels and make sure you support my friend. It's Kim, who is here as well. What a show it's been. Jaguar, what an honor to have you. Now, look, I can't confirm everything you've said. I said allegedly a lot. Don't come after me. Come after her, Alex Spiro, or anybody else. If you got a beef, I didn't say it. She said it. And these are her opinions, her theories. We're not confirming any of it. We are just listening, which I think is important that we do. So you can all make up your own decision, your own minds. That's the beauty of this channel. What we try to do, invite anybody on. So Jaguar, I always appreciate you. We got your back. Thank you for coming here. And I hope Pierce figures out how to get you back on and rights that wrong, because he's looking pretty silly right now, I think. Regardless of whether Jay-Z did things or not, now with a pending lawsuit, etc., there was enough for you to be saying what you were saying, in my opinion, that shouldn't have warranted your interview being censored. So be very interested to see how that plays out. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you subscribe to her channel, Kim's channel, Set in the West, etc. All the channels we sent you. Hit that bell for all our alerts. Smash that thumbs up. Appreciate all you guys for watching. You guys are all incredible. I don't know where I'm redirecting you. I'm going to try to set it up as I'm going, but I got to go because I'm late to another appointment with Beard Lawyer. He's here in Tampa, and I'm missing him. We're going to go see Craven the Hunter, so I got to go do that quickly. But, guys, we'll have Jaguar back, I hope, anytime you want. We'll be back with more, so make sure you hit that subscribe. Check out this morning's video. A lot more is coming your way. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Go to...
Take a look at this strange device that I'm holding in my hand. It's smaller than a quarter, but I believe it's going to power Elon Musk's next AI revolution. A revolution that he believes will be worth more than $9 trillion. That's nearly 10 times more money than the valuations of Tesla, SpaceX, PayPal, Neuralink, and X combined. And that's why I'm recommending you buy shares of the company that's making this device. Hi, I'm Jeff Brown, a former senior executive of 3 major public tech companies, Qualcomm, NXP Semiconductors, and Juniper Networks. 3 firms that now generate more than $50 billion in annual sales. And because of my tech expertise, I've advised senior officials of the Department of Commerce, policymakers, members of the National Institute of Standards and Technology, and the Defense Intelligence Agency. All that experience has given me the ability to see big tech trends before most people catch on. For example, in June of 2015, when most people thought that Bitcoin was just a scam, I published this write-up on cryptocurrencies encouraging people to buy Bitcoin. Anyone who listened to me and held on had a chance to turn $1,000 into more than $300,000. The following year, in February of 2016, when almost nobody was talking about artificial intelligence, I picked NVIDIA as one of my favorite stocks. Today, it's probably the most popular stock in the world, and shares have jumped by more than 22,000%. That's enough to turn $1,000 into more than $222,000. The following year, in 2017, I picked the chipmaker AMD as my favorite stock. Today, AMD is another major AI player, and anyone who listened to me and held on had a chance to turn $1,000 into $19,000. Now, if you missed out on all those big AI winners, you now have a second chance with Elon's new AI technology. It's hidden inside this Cybertruck.
Oh, shit.
And if you invest in one...
My bad, y'all. I had to go. I was cooking. Now the ad ran. And we always bypass ads, man. Y'all still out there? There's a few of y'all. Let's get back into it, man. Oh, this is brand new.
Jay-Z is actually being accused of essaying multiple males, females, and minors. We got Ray's here in studio to break it down. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signar. So happy. Look who's here. Beard Lawyer live in studio.
Unbelievable. Who would have thought?
Wow. Flew on down. So honored to have you here. How you like the digs? Pretty nice, right?
It's beautiful. It's more amazing than what it appears on the channel.
I know. I got to get more people in studio. I hope to do it. Well, I'm glad you're here. My own Beard Lawyer here is here to reacting to this pretty big news. Basically, let me sum this up for you, Race, and then you, because I know you're coming in hot. You're maybe unfamiliar with this, but He's now being accused of essaying multiple male, female kids. Alex Spiro basically responded in a very lengthy document, 236-page extortion lawsuit against Busby, which refers to Jay-Z and John Doe. Filing reveals the attorney accused him of multiple blanks on both male, female, and children. Spiro argues Jay-Z is the victim of a scheme by Busby, who he accuses of shamelessly attempting to extort exorbitant sums from him or else publicly file wild, false, horrific allegations against him. Document continues, arguing Busby and his firm threatened to unleash entirely fabricated and malicious allegations. Notice now there's plural of SA, including multiple instances of R, of ages that we can't say easily, female, male. I mean, it sounds like there's many against plaintiff if he refused to comply with the demands. Spiro dismissed the baseless accusations as nothing more than a weapon and a calculated plot to destroy plaintiff's high-profile reputation for profit, despite the complete absence of any factual basis for such claims. So, look, I'm glad you're here because two questions, right? One, this is now clearly getting ahead, the lawyer's getting ahead of multiples, right? Because Tony Busby only sort of let one out the door right now. But now Spiro, Jay-Z's lawyer, is getting ahead of it, putting it in here like, oh, they're all fake. There's so many of them, it doesn't matter. It's kind of a smart way to sort of try to play like this isn't a big deal. But I don't know. It's not every day. Like you're accused of multiple SA things from various ages and people. I don't know. As a lawyer, what do you think? Should this make us a little bit more worried? Or do you think this all still falls into Busby's, the narrative that they're putting out there, that Busby's full of it and this is all lies?
I think Spiro is a smart lawyer.
Listing your house on the market isn't the only way to sell your house.
Oh, we're going to bypass that ad and we're going to get right back into it. This is interesting. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Know that much. I think this is a good strategy to probably deflect, and maybe deflect is not, but address head on what is likely to be a growing problem for the Jay-Z's that are yet to come.
Right.
And the Jay-Z allegations we know now.
Right, it's wild because it does feel very defensive, deflective, etc. But then it's also like that makes me wonder. Well, that's problematic if there's more than one. If you have multiples, that's not as common. There are false claims that come out, but to have multiples seems a little bit more unlikely to sort of be like, oh, it's all nonsense. Once you get multiple claims, I feel like you have to look at it a little bit more seriously, no?
You have to look at it more seriously. And the other thing you have to understand, too, is, you remember, this is a civil lawsuit, right? So the standard of proof is preponderance, just 51% more believable than not versus, beyond a reasonable doubt, which is criminal. You got to ask what the discovery is going to look like in this case. Like, I don't think they're going to... We don't know what evidence Busby has other than the testimony of his client.
Right.
Are there text messages? Is there some record? I mean, this driver who allegedly she jumped in the car with and went to the party, do they have his info? Like, is this a slow bleed of information that's going to come? Or is it Busby saying, I'm going to wait for everything that's going to come out eventually in discovery, and then eventually there's nothing? But Jay-Z's made it clear, man, that he's not paying one penny, and he's called... He's personally called in his letter Busby a deplorable human. So this
made fun of him for being a Marine. Like, you have no valor. It's gotten ugly, right?
It's gotten very ugly and very personal. And he's now talked about how this is a cheap shot at his family. He's got a 13-year-old daughter, and that this is now bringing his family into it. And he's really disappointed and he's really upset. So either A, this is a fantastic PR campaign for Jay-Z in a way he's addressing it, or B, this could be really bad for Tony if he can't rehabilitate his case. Because, again, if you only have testimony, you're going to look at credibility of the witness. You know they're going to come with daggers at this person.
Spiro's not going to mess around there.
They're going to come with daggers. Spiro's coming with spears.
Spiro's coming with spears. He got Alec Baldwin off, and he shot a woman.
Yeah.
Like, let's not forget, how he was able to spin that yarn and get that going. It was masterful.
He's a tactician. He's a very good, high-caliber, high-quality lawyer. He knows what he's doing. So, coupled with the fact that Jay-Z has doubled down on his innocence, I'm not paying a penny. We're going to see this case through.
I'm showing up to the Mufasa premiere. You're not stopping me, Disney.
I'm showing up to Mufasa, and it's business as usual. Not, I'm going to keel over and settle. Something else, Andy, you got to remember. Even if he settles, he may still be a witness in the underlying P. Diddy cases.
Right.
So I personally, if you want to know my secret take on this, I think that somebody is going to have to turn on someone in this case. Somebody from the P. Diddy Jay-Z camp is going to have to say, put me in witness protection, put me in another island somewhere, even though it's a civil case. But I've got some juice to spill, or tea to spill.
If all the allegations are true, because there's many of them, right?
Yeah.
About tapes and parties, like at some point, exactly, someone's got to sign away. Like, okay, I'll fess up, but I need this for it to come through. You're right, because I think a lot of people don't even want to be named or talked about it. But again, coming back to the fact that there's now multiples. Multiples from Busby. They're trying to discredit Busby, which is interesting. They're trying to claim he's done this before, which, to be fair, there have been some other athletes and people who've sort of won against him, saying that they were sort of pushed and he didn't have all the facts. That's where I'm sort of stuck on this. Like, at what point does Busby actually say, all right, fine, here's some facts? Or is it wiser to save it for the actual trial itself? Like, is this a public trial, or is what should Busby be doing? Because he's got 120 other clients, and if he misses the ball on this one, right, it's going to affect all of them, I would think.
The case is going to proceed to discovery, unless it gets dismissed right at the front, right? And it likely will not get dismissed at the front gates of this.
Sorry to interrupt, but do they need to provide any sort of evidence? Because it's like,
100%.
Here's an accusation. Before it goes to discovery, is the judge going to see more? Are we going to see more based on what they have?
Yeah.
Because when I look at that request, the lawsuit itself, it's an alleged, right? I was at a party, at an after party. There's no police report. There's no, I don't know what witnesses they have to claim. If they don't have any of that, it's going to be hard to prove, no?
That's exactly right. So you have to produce evidence as part of your discovery process. You don't need to produce evidence at the allegation stage. So it's literally, that's what discovery is for. Hopefully, Busby has something to substantiate these claims other than his client's testimony. The problem is this is coming so many years later, right? I mean, what receipts do they have? She called her parents, apparently, right? At the time this happened. Her dad. And so are there phone records?
Is that enough? If the dad can attest to it, does that give her enough credence to go into discovery?
I mean, look, unless Spiro files some sort of motion to dismiss or some other motion to basically address the merits up front, the case will go into discovery. So assuming Jay-Z's side doesn't move to dismiss or file some other like dispositive type of motion, you're going to, by virtue of the time and scheduling order in the case, you're going to get into discovery, which means Busby has to produce the documents without even the defendants asking for it. But the defendants will also ask for discovery. They're going to ask for, produce this document, produce this witness. They're going to ask for them to admit certain things. That's just the normal shakeout of how discovery works. So that's why I come back to, I hope Busby has some of these things that he hasn't alleged in the complaint. Because, again, you're not required to allege every single fact you have in the complaint. But you better have something.
Yeah, it's interesting because on the other side of the coin, I saw Andrea Burkhardt mention this and was sharing this other tweet. People who were actually with Jay-Z that night say this is all a lie. They have pics, wrote articles about that night. Now, again, I can't confirm or deny any of this stuff, but we're looking into it and obviously paying attention to all sides because that's what we got to do.